Thank you, Michael, for telling us about the LPA. Hi, everyone. My name is Yash. I'm the president of Finance Club. First of all, I would like to thank Stefan for making this possible, this seminar. We'll be talking, this seminar is divided into two parts. First, me and Dale will be talking about the careers in finance, and Mike will be talking about the Warren Buffett way. But overall, we're just talking about making money. I have a more academic approach. He'll be discussing about the investment philosophies of Warren Buffett and what these guys did in their competition as well. All are the ways of making money. The key topics I'm going to cover are the skills required for this field, the credentials you might want to take to get into the field, the different job positions. Obviously, we cannot go over all of them because this is a huge field and there are so many job positions that you can get into. But I'll be covering some interesting ones. The work environment, and in the end, we'll be just getting your feedback. The general skills required for this field are computer skills. Obviously, for any business job you go into, you need a basic knowledge of computers, office applications, some ERP systems, some of the more professional firm management systems. But some of the other financial positions which I'll be talking today require more computer skills than those. You require more programming skills. You require other skills as well. Quantitative analysis. You need this in this field. You have to make decisions at each and every point, and there's a lot of uncertainty attached to these decisions you make. The market behavior is very random. So in order to make good decisions, you have to base them on some judgment, like some firm ground, and this is the ground you have. This is the tool you have in order to make good decisions. That's quantitative analysis, problem solving, and good conceptual thinking is what you need to make these decisions. Leadership is what makes you stand out. It helps you climb up the success ladder much faster than any other of these skills. This takes you to the managerial positions and much higher salaries in the end. You should be willing to work in a competitive environment. Just because how lucrative this field is, there's every year more and more people coming in the field. And I'm not saying that other fields have like dumb people, but this field has a lot of intelligent people. You should be motivated to work long, crazy hours. This is one of the more you can see this as a disadvantage, or you can also see this as passionate and more the people who are more motivated get into this field. You should have people skills if you're planning to go into the banking sector, where you meet people daily. You interact with clients over the phone, face to face, discussing their needs and planning their investments. Credentials you need. The bachelor's degree. For any of the things I mentioned below, you need a bachelor's degree as a prerequisite. So bachelor's degree is the first one you have to get into the field. Next is MBA in finance. I'll be talking more about that, but this is one of degrees that can get you into the managerial position much faster. CFA is a designation, Chartered Financial Analyst, so most of you might be knowing about that. Accounting designation. It is really important to have a firm understanding of accounting if you plan to go into finance. It is always beneficial to get that. And according to a recent survey, 90% of the Fortune's 500 CEO and CFOs have an accounting background. So it's really important to have an accounting designation or background to get into the field. It's not necessary, but it's recommended. Financial engineering. It's a relatively new branch of finance, which we'll be discussing more. It's more math heavy, and it also is one of those branches which require more computer skills than any other. And the Canadian Securities Institute. They offer a lot of combination of courses and certificates which can get you into the field. They have a whole list of career paths if you go on their website. You should definitely check them out. The first one is the Canadian Securities course, which is usually a requirement for any of the bank finance jobs that you want to get into. Okay, the Master of Business Administration. This is the degree you need to get into the managerial positions. The prerequisites are you have got to have a bachelor's. Good GPA is better if you want to get into a reputed college. But you can cover it up if you are involved with the community by volunteer experience and have a good job experience. Good job experience is something which adds a lot business related to your resume. It should be valuable, and the people who's interviewing you or the university applying, they should see that you have something, like you have value when they take you in. GMAT is a prerequisite for most of the reputed colleges, like most of the colleges in North America who offer MBA programs. There's a lot of value attached to the reputation of the college you do your MBA from. If the college is one of the top colleges, you get a job faster, you get paid higher. But this is not to discourage you if you're getting a degree from a less reputed college, because in the end, the cream comes to the top. If you work hard, you get there. But if you're doing it from a reputed college, you just climb the ladder faster. It just accelerates your success. And also it opens more options because it gets you into the managerial positions. Every managerial position has a finance option, so you can get into more other different options. CFA, the Chartered Financial Analyst. These are the gold standard for the professional credentials. They're there since 1963, and they specialize in portfolio management and investment analysis. They have worldwide recognition of 80,000 plus members, and almost all the financial firms hire these people. Like the top employers for CFAs are all the big names you hear in the finance field: Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, all the Canadian banks as well. And the way to get into that is, again, you have to get a bachelor's degree as a prerequisite. You should be working towards a finance position. That's finance experience is required. And you just have 3 exams: level 1, level 2, and level 3. They recommend about 250 hours of study for each one of those. And the mysterious passing marks, the way I wrote that is, they don't have a specific passing percentage. Like, it's not that if you get 65%, like for CGA, you pass the exam. They always calculate as passing marks statistically. So that's the passing percentage for them. Very popular, frequently asked question is whether should we do a CFA or an MBA. We can judge these 2 different career options by evaluating them on 3 different criteria. One is the career alternatives. Like if you this field is very intense. Some people might like it, some people might not like the amount of effort you have to put in it. So you might look for career alternatives after a while. It's not always the case. So MBA has more career alternatives than the CFA. CFA is more about the finance, so it's like core finance stuff. MBAs you can get into any other managerial positions. CFAs, the only other non-business alternative you have is being an instructor. Details of the program. So if MBAs have very general, you don't get into deeper stuff of finance. The first year is mostly whatever you have learned in bachelor's, like first year accounting, some business courses. Second year is a little bit about finance, but not that detailed as CFA. CFA is much rigorous and intense, as I said previously. And third, since we all love numbers, I've got this NPV analysis between the two programs. You got to see that. Well, you can find that on our forum. Sorry, you cannot connect to it right now. So it's an NPV analysis and calculates the net present value of both the programs depending on their what you achieve, what expected salary and expected cost.